the Waikato Regional Council Environmental Science Award.
I work as a marine ecologist at NIWA in Hamilton. I've been here for almost 13 years, and one of the main projects I lead at NIWA is our estuary restoration program, which looks at restoring seagrass and shellfish populations, but also in mangrove management. So one of the most interesting things that we've worked on recently was in mangrove management and informing a lot of the science behind how we make decisions about mangroves in our coastal environment. And previously, what comes out in a lot of the consents to remove mangroves is that mangroves are a very low-value degraded system, which is not actually the case. Mangroves are actually quite important to how our coasts function, and we've done a lot of the research to show that, but also looking at different techniques of both managing the expansion of seedlings and also managing whether or not removing an adult population will be successful in terms of returning it to a different ecologically healthy environment. So in mangrove management, it's learning a lot about the different techniques on both when and where it's appropriate to remove mangroves, what techniques are likely to be successful in returning previously mangrove areas to a healthy ecological environment, but also learning how best and most cost effectively to be dealing with seedling expansion in the many areas that mangroves are increasing quite rapidly in distribution. So when we started looking at mangroves, a lot of the research that we were looking into in terms of ecological values provided by mangroves, we really didn't have. A lot of the things that we've looked at, for example, looking at carbon and nutrient cycling, carbon sequestration, for example, which is important in mitigating against climate change, when we've actually tried to quantify the numbers for our New Zealand mangroves, we find that they're actually quite similar or even greater than tropical mangrove ecosystems. Certainly this was surprising, but definitely the case. And we have seen erosion of salt marsh habitats after mangroves have been removed. And this is the type of information we use when we're coming up with management strategies. So for example, many of the more recent consents to remove mangroves now suggest leaving a buffer of 5 or 10 meters of mangrove habitats so that that coastal erosion protection is still kept after mangroves are removed.